Hey, what's going on, everybody? Serroh here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to take a look at a list of characters that could possibly be coming to the game at some point in the next, 5 years. And I gotta say, this website obviously is a fandom website, so this stuff's not completely official, but it has been right on a couple things before. So I'm going to run the names by you guys and let me know, would you be excited if any of these characters were to come to the Valley? Let's jump right into it. Now, if you guys do enjoy my content at all, please be sure hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go take a look at Scrooge's store really fast. Alrighty, let's see. We have, I do have a new table here, a white marbled coffee table. You know, certain items like this, I always think I already have that. And then how many of those items are there in the game of the basic furniture? I don't know. We got a wooden wardrobe right here. Pick that up. I already have all of that stuff. Any big ticket items up here? It doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh, is this is like the starter window, isn't it? That they give you when you start the game. We got couches, more L-shaped couches. I've got this bed 3 times this week. I have new floors. I thought I had this wall too. This is another thing. A lot of the wallpapers are pretty similar. I'll take that. Alrighty, let's snatch him up and let's go take a look at these characters. Alright, so here we are over at the disney.fandom.com website. So it's kind of like Wikipedia in a way. And so certain community members with certain rankings and stuff can edit this stuff. So not everything on here is going to be 100% accurate. And also, none of this is official. You know, nothing is official until Gameloft says, but it's still fun to take a look at this because this website, believe it or not, maybe by coincidence, or maybe they had some insider information, some of the people that posted on here, actually turned out to be true. The last time we looked at this, we actually found out that the game was going to have a mobile version, and we found that out through this website, and then a couple months later, they actually announced the mobile version of the game, so it's still possible. So here's a list of characters that could potentially come to the game at some point. They said, no, Pirates of the Caribbean characters have been deleted from the game files, most likely to keep their arrival a surprise. Characters who were in the files are also added to the list. So during the past few updates, there's, those data miners that go in there and they pull names from files. Is it an actual character or is it items based around a character? I don't know. Let's take a look. So I'm going to do a rating of 1 to 10. 10 being I absolutely believe that these characters are coming to the game. 1 meaning I just don't think that they're coming at all. So let's go ahead and rank through these and see. So up first, we have Aladdin. So the Aladdin universe, we actually already got Jafar. So is Aladdin, Genie, and Jasmine coming to the game? Honestly, I would put these at a 9.5. Yeah, I do think that we're getting more characters throughout the next few months or even maybe at the end of the year. They could surprise us with the other parts of the expansion with new characters. I don't know if it's super likely, but I do think if they're not coming this year, maybe they will next year. But I do think Jafar is not, there's no way that they're only adding Jafar from the Aladdin universe. So I do think 9.5 is probably my ranking of do I think that Aladdin is coming to the game. Now up next we have Alice in Wonderland. And I would also put this at a 9.5 because we've had many items or not many items. We've had some items added. I know it's one of the main universes that so many players want added to the game. I see many Queen of Hearts cosplays or Alice cosplays. We got the Cheshire Cat sweater that came with the cozy edition of the game, so it's definitely on their radar. We have a whole tab in the collections of furniture and stuff. So Alice, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, and Queen of Hearts, I would give it a 9.5 that they're actually very, very likely to come to the game. Probably maybe at the second half of this year or maybe next year. But there's no way they're going to be sleeping on this. So it's definitely got to be coming to the game. Now, Pinocchio here. If you asked me last year when we first looked at this website, I would probably say not likely. But I could definitely see them doing a small update with just one character, just Pinocchio, coming to the game within the next, couple years. I do think it's likely, and I actually think it would be really nice to have him to the Valley, especially, just his whole vibe and his voice and everything. I would love it. And I don't know. I do think it's possible. I think he could be interacting with a lot of characters. I think he does fit the whole vibe of the Valley, so I would love to see it. And here's Pirates of the Caribbean. We have Davy Jones and Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is already in Gameloft's other game, Disney Speedstorm. So I know they pretty much have character models up. They know how to make it really quickly. They could probably already have contracts with the, the voice actor and everything. So I do think Jack Sparrow's coming to the game, but probably not until much later. I would be so hyped if they added Jack Sparrow. Davy Jones as a villain, that would be cool. That one, I don't know. Davy Jones coming to the game, I'd probably put at maybe a 4, but Jack Sparrow, I'm going to put at a 10. Yeah, I think 100% Jack Sparrow's coming to Dreamlight Valley at some point. We have a Remy. Remy is obviously already in the valley. So let's move on down. We got Beauty and the Beast. Now, last time I took a look at this, that we had these characters. This was over a year ago, before like Gaston was even added into the game. And at the point I was like, nah, there's no way they're going to add Gaston to the game. I'm like, I just can't see it. But the fact that they did, and they built a whole expansion around him, just one little side character like that, has me hope that, or gives me hope that a lot of these other characters are actually coming to the game. So Cogsworth and Lumiere, I don't know about them. I would put them at probably a 4 that they're coming to the game. We do have their pieces added, for Scramble Coin, and I could see them being maybe side characters, or having them side characters inside of the realm where they stay, but I can't see them getting friendship quests based around them. It would be possible, but I don't think it's too likely. So probably a 4 is where I'm at on that. We do have Cinderella over here, 10 out of 10. Cinderella's definitely coming to the game. She was in the trailer, like the first trailer before the game even released. Where's she at? I don't know. They haven't added her, but they went ahead and added Fairy Godmother, which was kind of crazy. And then Prince Charming. I can't see them adding Prince Charming to the game. I'm gonna give that a 0 out of 10. Even in the film, he didn't really do anything. He was just there for minutes. So Prince Charming, if they added it, I would probably be a little bit disappointed. Cinderella, 10 out of 10. Let's see, we have Raya and the Last Dragon. I would love for them to add all of these characters. I don't know. I'm a fan. I know this is like one of those films that not many people enjoyed and stuff, but I love the universe, the vibe. I think they would shake things up. Can you imagine the items that would come to the game if any of the characters from Raya and the Last Dragon joined? Oh my gosh, I would love that. Especially a Star Path would be amazing. Would they add it eventually? Probably. I'll put it at a 5. I'm probably either way. I could see them doing it, and I could see them not doing it just because it didn't like do well in the box office. A lot of the toys, the merchandise didn't sell very well for some reason. So probably a 5 on that one. We have Tangled. We ended up obviously getting Mother Gothel. We did eventually get Rapunzel. Are they going to add Pascal as a pet in the premium shop? Probably. I think so. I think they're going to give him like the Zero treatment and do a little spin-off and get Pascal as a companion. So I'd probably put that at a 10. Flynn Rider, I think he's coming to the game for sure. 10. There's no way they're going to add just Rapunzel, and then we already had Mother Gothel. I do think that Tangled universe is something that's very hyped in Dreamlight Valley, so I could see it. Now the Incredibles, believe it or not, you guys may not think I'm sane for this. I think the Incredibles, I think we're going to have an update based around the Incredibles, or potentially an expansion with these characters. I do think that once they get done with some of the core like fairy tale Disney characters, I think they're going to start moving into some of these like more just out there, more like superhero vibes. I think we're getting a superhero expansion eventually. It might take 4 years. It might take 5 years. But I 100% think that we're getting Incredible. So I'm putting that at a 10. I have a feeling we're going to. Let's see. We have Encanto. So far, only Mirabelle is in the game. It's the only one that's listed. Frozen characters, we have all of them. Lion King, Puma, and Timon and Rafiki. So I do think that they would kind of do the whole Cogsworth Lumiere treatment. They might add them to the game. Rafiki, I don't see it. I wish though, but I don't see it. So Puma and Timon at some way in the game, I would probably put at maybe a 6 out of 10. They were shown off in the trailer at some point. I don't know if they scrapped that, but they were definitely in in-game footage. So it should be a 10, but I don't know. Something about it is just, I don't know if that was just to lure us into buying the game or what, but I hope they add them because they would be hilarious. Now, Hercules. We've been getting a lot of like Hercules vibes going on lately, and like items and stuff, motifs. So I think probably all of these, maybe Phil, maybe not. But I definitely think Hades is coming to the game at some point. Hercules. I think probably on this universe, these characters, I would put at a 9 out of 10. So there is a possibility they're not coming as like actual characters or content, but I do believe that's going to happen. Lilo and Stitch, we already have Stitch. Little Mermaid, I don't know if they're going to expand on this anymore. I've seen people talk about King Triton. I just can't see them adding King Triton to the game, or Sebastian. I'm going to put those at probably a 1. We have Flounder. Yeah, I'd say 1 out of 10 on them. Mickey Mouse and Friends. We have Daisy Duck coming within the next couple months, probably at the end of April. So I would give that 10 out of 10 that she's on the way. Jack Skellington, you know, when I first looked at this, I was like, nah, there's no way Jack Skellington's coming to the game. But look how early we got him. That's why I say some of these characters on the list may seem like they're impossible, but then they start adding characters like even Mike and Sully. I didn't think they would add them, especially so early in the game. We got my queen, Tiana, over here. Well, she's actually, you know, the princess, but I love me some Tiana. She's probably coming around, I would say, end of August. So I'm very hyped about that. Let's see, Moana characters. We got Sword and Stone. Looks like just Merlin. Monsters Inc. Randall coming. I wish he would be here as, you know, a villain. And can you imagine if he would like actually go invisible and stuff and jump scare you in the valley? Love that. But is Randall coming or Boo? It's not likely. We did get our Monsters Inc. update, but that doesn't mean they can't expand upon it a little bit in the future. But I'd probably give it a 1 out of 10 that they're going to add either one of them. I just don't see it. And then we have Toy Story characters, Bo Peep, Forky, Rex, and Jessie. Oh man, I feel like since they added some toys into the game and some small characters, they would have to continue and keep adding more and more. So I could see them adding Jessie and maybe Bo Peep. I wish they would add Forky. But overall, all these, I would say they're not done with Toy Story. They would probably expand it at some point. So I'd put out a 7 out of 10. And then we did eventually get Eve. And then Wreck-It Ralph characters. We got Vanellope. Ralph is definitely coming. They showed them off in the trailer. So 100% they are on the way. Now Shank and yes, probably a 3 out of 10. But let me know, who out of all of these do you, like, what's a list of people that you can just absolutely see that they're bringing to the valley? They may bring all of these. It is possible. Anyways, that's it for the video. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. I hope you guys have the best day ever. Let me know any comments you have down below. I'll be sure to read them. But I will see you all in the next one.